The Hamilton Bears Village Aquaponics Association, and we discussing what our guiding principles are here on the farm. So basically we teaching people food production from a very advanced technological aspect, right? Now the business model that we kind of endorsing in Barbados is an independent single farmer in production, selling to the supermarket, and then the supermarket selling to the consumer. And the reason for this is because a single farmer is actually an owner operator of a system, and the farm using technology, a farm based on technology requires a very high value labor, and the current business model in farming requires a low value labor. So if you want to go from low value to high value, you can't operate in the same business model and still make a profit, right? Because labor is more than half the operating cost. So it's a very big component. So if you double it, you're really making drastic changes to your business model. So to offset that, rise in the quality of labor, we're using a owner operated single farmer. So because it's owner operated, one farmer selling to a supermarket means you're selling at a wholesale level. So now your basic 40 hours, because it's one farmer, one worker, one work week, 40-hour work week, most of it is dedicated towards the harvesting of food, because using technology to kind of make it as efficient as possible for the farmer to operate. So you want to automate all the other tasks on the farm and just harvesting, as much harvesting you could do out to your 40-hour work week, the better for you. Now, out to your 40-hour work week, if you are selling directly to consumers, the cost, the delivery, that delivery is very high. It can eat up a lot of that 40 hours. So it's kind of stretch it. If you want to operate like that and sell straight to the consumer, you can end up working 80 hours, 90, 100 hours a week. And the profit for the time going in, when you done work it out, if you sell wholesale, which is like 3 or 4 sales a week, is a lot easier for wholesale operating. Yeah. So the overarching viewpoint of food production for Beers Village Aquaponics to get some in these 5 aspects here that we got this. Independent in that, when I say independent, I mean independent from industrial type inputs. Because the current the farm close to the road. The current food production model is a globalized thing. You got potatoes from Idaho, you got oranges from Florida, you got grapes from Napa Valley in Italy, you got avocados from some mountains, South American place. The point is you get all of these different food items shipped to your plate reliably every day, which is a good thing. But you see how all your aspects of food coming from all over the place, the inputs to the farm that growing the food coming from all over the place. So the farmer that growing the oranges in Florida importing phosphorus from Africa to grow it thing. And the complexity of the system is such that it got a lot of key points or a lot of choke points where things could go wrong. And we try to operate as independent from that as possible so that regardless of what happens overseas, the food production is localized and will be stable. In other words, whatever happens overseas, we want our business to feed itself. That's the main thing. Now to do that, we mean that everything you do, you can do for a profit. Because the only way to get people to feed themselves is to make feeding yourself profitable, basically. To do that, we use technology. Already stated, the technology is to automate as much of the physical labor possible so that the farmer basically just harvesting. All the planting, irrigation, fertilization, pest prevention, if you could get all of that automated, even some of the harvesting automated, that all the farmer doing is stacking up and then selling. That's the ultimate aim of technology in the system. Now, how we go about adapting technologies is basically the copy and paste. We just copy and paste whatever we can find, see how it's work, take the beneficial aspects from it and apply it to our farming system. Now, our base, our experience in farming is extensive. We do hydroponics, all the subsets of that, the water culture, Dutch buckets, NFT, do aeroponics, do aquaponics. All these ponics is basically how you deliver the nutrient to the root zone, the control that you got over the root zone. Different aspects, different ways. We try basically all of them. We do veganic farming, which means plant-based inputs to grow food. We do organic, we do certified organic, we do permaculture, we do this, all of these. We do greenhouse, indoors, outdoors, all the aspects of hydroponics and things we do inside greenhouse and outdoors as well, right? So we got a very extensive knowledge base going into this thing. We do landscaping, we do cut flowers, we do commercial food production. We do a lot of different types of farming. And we basically take not only farming, plumbing, electronics. So we take all these aspects and combine them into a farm that is basically permacultural principles. We use the permacultural scope in everything, and that the output of that is a climate smart farm. it being climate smart actually is like a byproduct of being as efficient as possible at the individual farmer level. And that is basically what we do here. We want set up a industry of individual farmers feeding into this supermarket, kind of like what it's doing in, I think that's Grenada, that's St. Lucia. The supermarkets there kind of invest in the farmers, small farmers, and they create the fairly advanced in the creation of a resilient food production network in St. Lucia. We want to send it that in Barbados. We already got the technology down, it's just getting others on board now. And yeah, that's basically what we're doing here. So the next step is the public education, and by education I mean deep, that the public fully understand food production principles. Look, food production is not easy. It's not something that you could just go outside and do. Food is something that we eat every day, yet, and trees don't ask for the money to grow, yet everybody in the farming as easy as people think it is. Food production is very hard. Food production is so hard, as a matter of fact, that like culturally, look at how we school set up the terms. Summer is actually there because children to stand warm and help with the harvesting and thing of crops, right? That's how the school system set up to allow the parents access to labor when is most necessary, the labor of their children. So I say that to say food production used to be like the teaching, the knowledge transfer in food production used to be just giving chores when you to the age to handle them. So when you're small, you go and feed the chickens. When you get older, you can feed the sheep. When you get older, you can feed the cows. And growing food is something that was embedded in day-to-day life. So that get removed. So actually growing food now is, learning it is difficult. So we're using scientific principles to teach food production. And when you use the scientific method, is set points that you could teach, that once you have those, you got understanding of their principles, you can then apply it to the real world something. And what we do here is teach those principles of food production using technology especially.